So hospitals across the country now starting to treat COVID-19 patients using blood plasma from survivors. My next guest got the virus in New York City about a month ago. He's since recovered. He spent this morning donating his blood plasma. Mike Dowdle joins me from Atlanta, where he's healthy again with his wife and two kids. And Mike, nice to see you yet again, and good afternoon to you.
Thank you, Bill.
There's a lot of curiosity on this. Just take us through the process. What did you do in Atlanta?
Yeah, so I found Atlanta Blood Services at Northside Hospital, which is typically a platelet donation center. I called there, made an appointment. They just started seeing patients for the convalescent plasma donation on Monday. So they've only seen about a dozen people so far. I did have to have my positive test results with me because they want to be certain that I had it and that I've fully recovered. And I think once they get the rapid antibody testing, they'll be able to do this for people that never did get tested and tested positive. So that was pretty much it. I made the appointment. I was there this morning, and it's the same as donating blood, except you're in the chair for an hour.
Okay,
that's about the only real difference.
I understand you've been trying to do this for a couple of weeks. What was the holdup, do you think?
Yeah, so I just was emailing different people that I saw in Atlanta that were doing research on this and was never able to find any place that was doing the donations. There was actually a daughter-in-law of someone that put out a plea on Facebook that my friend Elaine saw, and she got it to me and said Atlanta Blood Services is going to start doing it. That was last week, and so I got there this week.
Well, what do they do with the plasma next now that they have it?
Yeah, so the FDA has approved it for the most serious of patients, and so the 4 units that I donated today can help 4 patients, and they're using it for the most serious. But a real important thing is that they can freeze this and keep it for up to a year. So if there's a resurgence of this, it's super important that people that tested positive, that they go out and do these donations. It's really important that people do that.
And you're trying to help along the process, too. Let me bring in Dr. Mark Siegel again on this. Mike, hang with us here. Mark, when you listen to his story, you have to think there's at least 25,000 Americans who are in Mike's category because they have since recovered. How do you view what his process is now?
Well, first of all, he's to be congratulated for caring about others in the community. And, Bill, it'll be beyond 25,000 once we figure out the antibodies in the blood that he's talking about. This is a tried-and-true technique that's been used for well over 100 years for diseases like polio and measles and typhoid. But now his process of recovery, to answer your question, is that this is blood, but it's not the blood cells. It's the serum that they take off and antibodies. But he's going to need a few days to get his strength back, to take it easy, to keep well hydrated, and then he's going to be 100% completely fine.
Right, but how does his process help you guys figure out what the answer is here?
So that's another piece that's hugely important. We're going to be able to use this kind of plasma that he has and check the antibodies to test our vaccines. This is how I'm going to be able to tell if a vaccine works. Can I generate the same exact antibodies that he makes from getting over the disease? His plasma will help teach us how to protect the entire society. Hugely important.
Love it. Mike, will you do it again, or can you do it again?
I'll be back there in 8 days to do it again. I can do it every 8 days.
Well,
so as long as they have me, I'll be there.
Yeah, what would you say to the 25,000 others just like you who have now recovered? They had it, and they could do a similar thing, could they not?
Yeah, we're all working as a country to beat this, and so this is the way I can help, and the rest of us that have recovered, that's how we can all help.
Like it. Mike, thanks for sharing your story. Best to you and the kids there. Mike Dowdle, thank you. You bet, a good American there doing good American things. And Mark Siegel, talk to you tomorrow. Thank you as well.